Welcome to Ultimate Dirt TV. I'm Steve McMillan along with BJ Duvall. I almost renamed you to Tuval. And top of the charts right now is Alex P. And you're watching the Bluegrass Cup Series. And there's that little sucker back up there on that screen BJ was talking about. You look right at the Bluegrass and you see there's another ticker behind this ticker.
Yeah, it's showing the original dirt ticker for some reason back there.
Yeah. Not sure why. It should not. We don't have anything to make it even load, but it's up here. Christian Bourgeois in the 83. Out there, there's Todd Mays in the 12 machine. There's Nathan Mashcroft in the 6. Yeah, if I hit high, you see it stays right there.
Well, the only thing that I can figure, Steve, is maybe load your old project for one of the dirt projects. Tell it to hide the dirt ticker and then reload your Bluegrass project. It's the only thing that I can figure. But right now, our top 5 in qualifying is Radburn Shutters, Coleman Gary, Nathan Mashcroft, James Silvers, and Matt Campbell. It's our current top 5 out on track right now. You see on screen you got Nathan Mashcroft out to turn laps from White Bluff, Tennessee, while Steve works on technical difficulties. I will see if I can get more information for you. Also out on track out of Portland, Oregon is Matt. That keeps changing on me. Dylan Merriam out of Portland, Oregon. He's going to go 12th quick.
And it pops back up.
Oi, I have no idea. Jordan Slater out of Mobbridge, South Dakota will go 5th quick. Adam Lancaster moves in 2nd quick. Top 5 now looks like Radburn Shutters, Adam Lancaster, Coleman Gary, Nathan Mashcroft, and Jordan Slater.
We're going to do this real quick. This is going to help BJ out.
Alright, do that. I'll go ahead and get that rolling right there. So everybody can see. See if I can't get some times up there. There we go. Tony Iverson out of Fernley, Nevada, out on track now in the 72. See what kind of a lap time he can put down. He's currently on his out lap. Also on track, Keith Hackney out of Calhoun, Georgia. New ramp on that number 69 looks good. Robbie Richards goes 6th quick. Mo Abbott 8th quick. Top 5, Radburn Shutters, Adam Lancaster, Coleman Gary, Nathan Mashcroft, Jordan Slater. And while these guys are qualifying, give us real quick rundown on tonight's race. We got 100 laps tonight. Stage break will be on lap number 40. Curtis Preston comes in tonight leading the points, followed by Brandon Holder, GT Hawkins, Ryan Patty, and James Silvers rounding out the top 5 in points right now. Keith Hackney's first lap will be good enough for 20th. Also out on track is Bobby Mays in the number 2 machine. And Alan Duranko from Somerset, Wyoming. Keith Hackney will go 3rd quick on his 2nd lap. So top 5 now looks like Radburn Shutters, Adam Lancaster, Keith Hackney, Coleman Gary, and Nathan Mashcroft. Michael Robinson out of Riverside, California, out on track. The battle box, we don't need that right now. And his first lap will be good enough for 12th quick. We'll see what he can put down for his second lap. Bobby Mays will go 27th quick on his first lap. Sixth quick for Michael Robinson. 30th quick for Alan Duranko on his first lap. Steve's still working in the background to get his stuff sorted out. Eight drivers left to qualify. Alan Duranko will stay 30th quick, it looks like, as he takes it down pit side on a second lap. 39 cars registered for tonight. Same number we had in trucks last night. $31 drivers. $31 drivers have set a time so far tonight. Trying to there's that. Here we go. A minute and 4 seconds left to go here in qualifying. Does not look like those other 8 drivers are going to have time to put laps down. That'd be Bryce Hunter, Justin Dilch, Travis Twitty, Brad Gebhardt, Robert Malikian, Ryan Chapman, Jason Bridges, and Brandon Broadfoot. Those drivers will not be putting a lap down here in qualifying. We're going to have 43 seconds till qualifying comes to a close.
No. No. This is not working, BJ.
Well, I suppose we could just roll with my screen if you wanted to.
Well, that'd be nice, but they can't hear nothing. That makes a difference.
Run your audio in the background. If we roll with mine, we do got to move it down. Missing the top of the screen. Qualifying does come to a close. Take a quick look at qualifying results on screen here. Top 5 of qualifying is going to be Radburn Shutters, Adam Lancaster, Keith Hackney, Coleman Gary, Nathan Mascroft, rounding out your top 5. And tonight's starting grid. Oh, that's different. iRacing automatically put some of the stuff in there. SDK did. And I will get that stuff sorted out and filled in. But starting on the pole tonight from Cornerstone Motorsports in the number 3 is going to be Radburn Shutters. To his outside, Elite Motorsports number 17, Adam Lancaster. Continue on while Steve's working on that inside row number 2 from Cornerstone Motorsports. And Team No Love number 69, Keith Hackney. To his outside, Air Kinetics number 43, Coleman Gary. Row number 3 to the inside. It's going with 6 of Nathan Mashcroft to his outside. Empire Motorsports number 18, Michael Robinson. Whoa.
And in row number 4 to the inside of the Aero Kinetic. Number 92, Jason Slater to his outside team. Birdie Racing, car number 25, Greg Carr.
Row number 5 to the inside from World of Thunder Racing. It's the number 12 of Robbie Richards to his outside in the 33 from Cornerstone Motorsports, James Silvers.
And row number 6 to the inside, Mo Abbott in the Color Teal Racing. To his outside, Blake Hensley in the Weaponized Motorsports, car number 31.
Hang on, we're not going green.
Excuse me. Row number 7 to the inside. Right, yeah. Row number 7 to the inside, Air Kinetics. Number 27, Matt Campbell to his outside. J3 Motorsports, number 1, Jim Ott.
And row number 8 to the inside is Jason Harrison to his outside, Scott Fritz.
Row number 9 is going to be Cornerstone Motorsports, number 30, Alex Benton to his outside, High Side Hustlers, number 83, Chris LeBourgeois.
And row number 10 to the inside, it's Weaponized Motorsports, car number 5, Dylan Merriam. And to his outside, the Empire Motorsports, car number 19, Jarrett My Hobbs.
Inside row number 11, High Side Hustlers, number 72, Tony Iverson to his outside, Mays Racing, number 55, Kyle Mays.
23rd not be Alex Carr, Justin Ray will line up to his outside.
Row number 13 to the inside, Mays Mafia, number 42, Todd Mays to his outside. World of Thunder Racing, number 46, Sean Kastritza.
28th of the night will be Bobby Mays in the Mid-South number 2. And to his outside, the Cornerstone Motorsports, car number 77, Tyler Evans.
Row number 15 to the inside, Viking Motorsports, number 71, Mike Bryce to his outside, Flex Motorsports, number 4, Alan Duranco.
Rolling off 31st not be Brian Terry to 13. To his outside, to the 44 is Brad Gebhardt.
Row number 17 to the inside, High Side Hustlers, number 34, Jason Bridges to his outside, Elevated Motorsports Esports, number 22, Robert Malikian.
It rolled off 35th not be Ryan Campbell in the number 11. To his outside, Travis Twitty in the High Side Motorsports.
Row number 15 tonight to the yep. Yeah, row number 15 to the inside, Viking Motorsports, number 71, Mike Bryson to his... Oh, no, we did already do that. I thought it looked funny. All right. Row number 19 to the inside, Elevated Outdoors, number 21, Justin Dilts to his outside, 979 Racing, number 24, Brandon Broadfoot. And rounding out the field, Fast Motorsports, number 9, Bryce Hunter.
Alrighty. Lights are out. Radbird Shutters and Adam Lancaster will be bringing the field to the green flag. 85 laps the distance. And we're going to kind of keep that side scoreboard going just so kind of covers up the other when it goes. We do have side-by-side view that we got to fix real quick. There's the side-by-side view. Live look here. Pace car is in. We're coming to the green flag. Radbird Shutters fires in at number 3 machine. And we're racing. Radbird Shutters to the early race lead there. In a little push from Keith Hackney in the 69 machine. We got a little bit of trouble we saw on BJ's side of the screen on the right-hand side, but they continue to stay green, and we continue to go. Radbird Shutters, Keith Hackney, and Adam Lancaster on turn number 2 down the back straightaway. Your top 5 is single filed out. As you look right there, there's Michael Robinson in the 12. Right ahead of him is Nathan Mashcroft and Caleb Gorey there in the 43. As lap number 1 coming to the books. That's going to be Radbird Shutters And now we got a couple side-by-sides. There is Matthew Campbell live look in tonight from Canada, the 27 machine.
Several drivers on that start getting shuffled out, cause a really big space, really big gap from the front to the back. A lot of drivers with damages on their cars already, including the 46 of Sean Kostritza running back in 15th. So bit of chaos, bit of mayhem starting off early tonight. There you see on the screen and live looking with Scott Fritz. He's trying to work his way to the inside and get a few passes made here early in the race.
Live looking, you got the TV live looking, and you have the Bluegrass live looking tonight, and we also have the side-by-side. But Radbird Shutters continues to lead here. And I ain't going to speak, but everything looks good, BJ. As you look at Keith Hackney, he thought about sticking his nose underneath Radbird Shutters in that number 3 machine, race leader, but did not do it. Then you have Adam Lancaster in a third spot in the 17. He changed numbers this season. Radbird Shutters changed numbers this season. And there's Nathan Bashcroft, and he changed numbers because he's the number 6 machine. So a lot of number changes for these drivers from last season.
Yeah, a lot of number changes, but one thing that remains the same is the action that they bring. Adam Lancaster right back where he left off last season, running up towards the front, and the one driver who seemed like he just dominated all season long, but didn't quite manage to roll off with a championship out in front right now. Radburn Shutters in the number 3 last season. I believe he ran a 44, and this season he's in the 3 car and just picking right back up where he left off and dominating the race again so far here tonight.
Him and his teammate James Silvers, you're right, they dominated, especially the starts of the race. It had some bad luck going to the end of the championship round. Got him knocked out, but look right here, is looking racing as anything like the Truck Series last night. It's going to get exciting as we're on lap 6 with these drivers right up against this wall when they enter the turn there, but coming out of turn number 2, down the back straightaway, and beat you that one look there. Just kind of see how it's banking is a little bit in 1-2.
Yeah, there's quite a bit of banking in 1-2. Not quite as steep as 3 and 4, but the track still is one of the fastest tracks on the circuit. Was looking yesterday during the broadcast, the fastest speed ever recorded here was in 2014 by Jeff Gordon at 206 miles an hour. So extremely fast track going around here, and that was without draft. That was a qualifying lap time. We got one driver with damage to the front. You see there from the start of the race pulling down pit road. It's Tony Iverson. Smoke rolling out of that car. I'd say it overheated from that nose damage. Unfortunate for him.
Definitely unfortunate. Now you got the race leader is the 69 of Keith Hackney. Radburn Shutters in that second spot. Keith Hackney starting to pull away from Radburn Shutters just a tad bit. Then you have Michael Robinson up 3 spots in that 13 machine. Adam Lancaster in 4th. Hillman Gorey there in that 5th spot. And then you have George Slater and Nathan Mashcroft battling side by side. George Slater in the 92. Nathan Mashcroft in the 6th machine. And look at that 12 sitting right there. That's Robbie Richards in the 2 machine.
And I was corrected. I got it last week and forgot this week. It is Common Jewelry. Been saying it wrong. Been saying it wrong this whole night. We had it right last week, Steve.
It's all right. It's all right. Good thing I'm not calling him Glory. You know what I mean? Victory, Glory. Yeah. I mean. A little further back, there's Kyle Mays in the 55 machine. Looking to the inside of the 19. That's Jeremiah Hobbs side by side for 16th and 7th on the board. Scott Fritz with UDTV live look-in tonight. You look at them on your screen. In black.
And we actually have another driver. I think he might have come in a little too late for us to get a camera set up for him. Blake Hensley also showed a camera to us. I think it might have been just a little bit late, but he's not getting too excited there. You see, Scott Fritz there on the right-hand side. He's not getting too excited, just staying calm, staying relaxed. And early in a race, you've got to do that. You've got to stay relaxed. You can't get antsy and wear yourself out right off the bat.
Well, let's do this. Dave's going to be Brett Wheeler for a minute.
Yellow flag is out.
Caution out on the racetrack. We go back.
First caution of the night coming out on lap number 11. While Steve sorts that out, looks like Bobby Mays involved in this one.
As we go back to there, we'll get your NLRA instant replay going.
Well,
I'm not too sure if this is before. Oh, he comes to a stop, I believe. But that is the reason. Bobby Mays, but let's see if something happened a little further back.
it looks like it comes to a stop down there to bring out the caution. Just stopped a little too close to the track. The leaders were coming there.
Yep.
Got a clean car. Not real sure what caused him to have to pull down there and come to a stop. Definitely not what he wants to see, but there you have it. We got our third alive looking with Blake Hensley there.
And, there's some talk probably tomorrow night. Mikey Dill Jr. be in with us. Not in with us, but, on live look-in. So coming down. He says he has better luck when he does it. And that's true. He normally qualifies on the pole if he does. And he's won a handful. Jim Alt, Jason Harrison, Brad Gebhardt, Kyle Mays, Chris LeBourgeois, Robert Malikian, Brandon Broadfoot, Ryan Chapman, Travis Twitty, Jason Bridges, Justin Dilpt, Sean Kostritza, and Brian Terry all down pit road. There's Sean Kostritza in the 46 machine. But Keith Hackney, what a job he is leading here tonight. Had little problems here on opening night, got parked, and he's came back with a vengeance ever since. Won the Cup Series the following night.
He's coming back with something to prove. He won the championship last season in the trucks. Gotta come in here when you move up to the next class, or next two classes in this case. You've got to have, you've got something to prove at that point. You've got to push. You've got to give it all you've got. You've got to move forward and show just what you're made of. Show that you fit in. Show that you're meant to be there.
Well, he's definitely trying to show he's meant to be there. That's for sure. A dirt track racer coming to the asphalt side of things. Had a point to prove last season in the Bluegrass. He did it. He's here to make some more valuable points. As you look on the right-hand side of the screen, see more drivers coming down pit road. I believe that's Jim Alt, Jason Harrison, and Kyle Mays. Probably do some more repairs on that car just to top off, because BJ, when is the stage break?
Stage break is lap number 40, I do believe. I looked at it earlier. Let me double check that. Yeah, stage break is on lap number 40. So we're just before the halfway point to the stage. Here on lap number 13 right now, I believe it'll be lap number 14. His lights are out on the pace car when we go back green.
Also, a quick little question was asked on YouTube. Did 80, 4K, you got to change your settings in there. So that way you get the appropriate picture. 720 and a 480 ain't going to get you a very good quality picture if you're watching it on that.
No, unfortunately it does not. And when you look at the two side by side, it's hard to believe that that's what we used to have. It's like, you used to watch TV on that stuff? Never knew anything better, but it would be nice one day soon. Maybe we'll have 4K, but not quite yet here on Ultimate Dirt TV. But we do have 1080p.
All right, Keith Hackney bringing us back to the greens in the Geico restart zone. He fires. You look at the 18. That was Michael Robinson. Looked like kind of spun the tires there. Radbird shutters in the hip pocket of the 69 machines. They both clear. Michael Robinson. Now you look at 17, Adam Lancaster looking to the inside of Michael Robinson. Turn number 1 there coming in to turn number 2. Out of turn number 2. Robinson going to have a run on the outside. Good side-by-side racing. And you said Howman's name was what? Again, say it for me, BJ.
Jory.
Jory loves glory. There you go. George Slater right there, that 6th spot. There's Robbie Richards having a good run right now, the 7th position. And talk about Mo Abbott. Mo Abbott up 3 spots in the 8th position there, as Nathan Mashcroft has lost 4 positions since the start of the race. Blake Hensley in the 31. He had good qualifying runs the first 2 nights, but he just did not have the results, BJ.
And tonight didn't qualify quite as good. Maybe it'll work in his favor. Maybe qualifying up towards the front's been bad luck for him. So now he's got places to go. He's got to work forward now instead of trying to maintain forward. So maybe his luck will turn around here tonight. Definitely hope for him. And you're talking about drivers moving forwards. One driver that really stands out, he's clear back in 19th right now, but he is up 20 positions. That's Bryce Hunter, really working forward right now, doing a fantastic job in that number 9 machine. Still mired back in the field, but 20 positions to the good so far.
Well, he had a tough season last season, that's for sure, as now he looks to the inside of the 28 of Alex Carr there. Right behind him is Alan Bronco in the 4 machine. He's up 10 spots. And there's Brad Gibbard in 44. He's up 11. Dylan Merriam in the 22nd spot. He's lost 3 positions, but look at Robert Milikium there, up 11th. So is Ryan Chappell right behind him in the 11 machine. That's a nice looking machine in that number 11. Meanwhile, Keith Hackney continues to lead, and Michael Robinson has gotten back around. Bradford Shutters. The Shutters under attack again from Lancaster. Lancaster to the inside. You know, last night the Truck Series, BJ, it was the bottom side. It looked like they just couldn't get enough runoff to complete the pass.
Yeah, only a handful of drivers were able to really get that bottom side working, Bobby Hall Jr. being one of those drivers. But at the end of the day, it was the outside that did end up prevailing and coming home with the victory. In Taylor Peacock right now on screen. See side by side still for that 3rd spot. Radburn Shutters, he's seeming a little bit backwards from what we saw last season. Last season he had a really good late run, long run car. This season looks like he's struggling a little bit in that side, and his faster short run here tonight, and now starting to look like he's falling off pace just a little bit.
Well, you know, your points leader Jim Allen, he's fired back in that 26th position there. It's the start of the race. And the points leader was Sean Kostritza. And let's see where Sean is. He's right ahead of him. He's in 2nd. So 1st and 2nd are mired back at 25th and 26th. Kostritza having some damage on the right-hand side of his car on the rear there. But back up front, it's the Keith Hackney Show once again as he's pulled away from Michael Robinson. There's Radbird Shutters, and there is Robbie Richards running in that 6th position in the hotel. UDTV Miller Family Trucking Machine there. His title sponsor is Miller Family Trucking. You see it on the nose. There's loads of Mo Abbott there. And now Blake Hensley is up 4 spots as Jason Slater has fallen back for 2 spots. James Silvers, he started 10th and currently running 10th right now.
And you will have to forgive me. I think earlier I was looking at the Wrong one. The stage break tonight is on lap 35. On our top 5 endpoints is led by Jim Ott, Sean Kostritza, Tyler Evans, Jordan Slater, and Blake Hensley. I think I read off the Cup Series points earlier. For some reason, I had the Cup Series tab open instead of the XFINITY tab open, so that is my thought on that one. But there you see another on-board shot with Scott Fritz. He's going to head down pit road. First of the green flag pit stops here tonight, coming on lap number 21, it looks like. Several drivers, and yes, Steve, it did get a little hairy.
Keith Hackney also down pit road. Michael Robinson continues to stay out in the 18 machine, along with Adam Lancaster. So Keith Hackney, Radburn, Shutters, Nathan Mascroft, Blake Hensley, James Silver, Scott Fritz, Justin Ray, Alan DeRocco, Alex Penn, Darren Merriam, and Mike Bryson all down pit road. And here's some more drivers coming down pit road. Julie Slater, and handful this time. The 17 of Adam Lancaster stays out. And you know, if we look at our pit strategy here, Adam Lancaster is with 21 laps. So is Abbott, Rick Carr, and Alex Carr. Brad Gebhardt pitted on lap number 11. He's in that 5th spot. He's been on 10 laps since his last pit stop.
He took at lap number 10 pit stop. This will bring him to the end of the stage. These drivers that are pitting now are between 8 and 9 laps to the end. So that means if he pitted on lap 10, he should be able to close out the stage on the fuel that he has in that car. Did not take tires earlier, so that could work in his favor at this point in time in the race. Brad Gebhardt out in front, leading the way now.
Gebhardt's got 44 machine. There's Jim Alt in the 1. Looking to the inside of Robert Malikian there to 22. And there is Ryan Chapman. SimSeat sponsor machines there.
Malikian and Chapman 3rd and 4th right now. Both those drivers up 31 positions. Pit strategy looking like it's going to play into their favor as they pitted on that first caution, took fuel, were able to finish out the stage. Same for Sean Kostritza. He's up 21 positions. Brad Gebhardt, the current race leader, he is set to finish out the stage. He is up 31 spots to the good. And Jim Ott also up 12 positions. So these drivers taking the early pit stop, really working into their favor right now as everybody else coming down pit road. These guys are on the move.
Sean Kostritza back there in the 46 is what we were talking about a little bit earlier. I mean, damage, it really hurts you here. You know, you got to draft a little bit like that, but he's making it work for him. And there's Kyle Mays in the 55 machine, currently running in 7th with Jason Bridges right behind him. The Jim Alt now's your race leader as he pulls away from Brad Gebhardt. Gebhardt falls to that 2nd spot, up 30 spots. Robert Malikian right there in the 22 machine, up 31. Jason Harrison, how about him? Up 11 spots in that 74 machine. He got around Ryan Chapman there. He looks hungry. Looks like he's going to come after Robert Malikian there.
I still can't help but be in awe at the strategy call here and how well it's playing out into their favor. You see James Harrison taking a look to the inside of Malikian right there, not able to make it stick. Steve, we talked about it earlier. You said it, that inside line did not seem to be the strongest place last night. And this just follow in pursuit almost looks like deja vu here again tonight.
Definitely it does. Looks like deja vu, but I'm sure we're going to figure it out one way or another. Matthew Campbell in the 27. Looks like he's a lap down now. Jim Alt has gotten around him, and there is Matthew Campbell right there. He looked like he's talking to his crew. here. Maybe getting some ideas, suggestions, what to do. Hang on, or what?
Whatever those suggestions are, he seems to be in a pretty good mood.
Definitely he does.
Not a position I would be in if I was sitting back there. I'm always frustrated once I go a lap down and get stuck in a position like that. I am always frustrated. I don't think I can sit there with a smile on my face talking to my team.
Well, you know, there's Scott Fritz. I mean, he's looking like nothing's bothering him, but you see him talking to his pit crew. Spotter that. Let them know how the car's feeling, what needs to be changed. On the next round of pit stops. And right ahead of him is Blake Hensley. Now, this man right here, I mean, that looks like a face of determination.
Yeah, and rightfully so after, that was close. After the last 2 weeks that he has had in that number 31 machine, you know, he's got to be wanting to get forward. He's got to be determined at this point and fight for everything he could possibly get. Try to make up some of them point losses that he's had in the last couple of weeks. Oh, I just heard the 22 call out a pit stop. I believe somebody else did too. I'm not sure who it was. 22, Robert Malikian out of the top 5. Looking like he might not be able to make it. I thought pits were closed on lap 29.
Well, you just said it wasn't on lap 30. I thought you said it was teammate.
Oh, that's right. Road. Lap 35 is stage break.
Malikian and Chapman coming down pit road. There's Dilts too coming down. Teammates all coming down at the same time, but right now Jim Bob continues to lead. There's Jason Harrison in second, Brad Gebhardt in third. As we look at the pit strategy between these drivers, so far they've been on 17 laps of fuel. We do know they go 22 laps, 23 laps. We've seen it. So after some damage, some early race problems for 46. Currently running in that third spot now as Brad Gebhardt locks up the brakes coming down pit road. Sean Kostritza moves up that third spot. There's Jason Harrison and Jim Harrison right there. As Matthew Campbell is a lap down, or Chapman, I'm sorry. This is Campbell. No, it's Campbell. I'm getting confused a little bit. Matthew Campbell, right there. He's going to be hopefully the first car to a lap down. That way he can get his lap back and Lucky Dog will go into another stage break. But right now, Jim Alt continues to lead way out front from Jason Harrison as he pulls down pit road. So does Jim Alt. Kyle Mays goes to the race lead in the 55 machine. Also coming down pit road is Sean Kostritza in the 46. Kyle Mays and Jason Bridges stay out. And let's look at this. So we're looking at the pit strategy. They've been on 19 and 20 laps there. This is their last pit. Alt was 19 when he made his pit stop.
Yeah, I really thought these guys were going to be able to make it the distance, but not quite able to. Having to take 2 pit stops for the end of the stage, not the way they wanted to see it go. And not at all the way that I was expecting it to go. Kyle Mays still continues to stay out, still continues to lead the way. Starting to wonder now if he has saved enough fuel to do it. We've seen him have really good, really strong runs, Pocono especially, on the pit strategy. We'll see how it plays out. We'll see if he can make it the distance.
On the right-hand side of your screen, you see Hillman there in the 43, and right ahead of him is Jason Harrison. Harrison in that 15th spot right there. As you look at Sean Kostritza, he's a lap down, back on the racing surface, but ahead of him is Matthew Campbell. With Sean Kostritza looking to stay out, get his lap back under the stage break. Would he come down and make some repairs?
Oh, actually, it looks like he might be able to get his lap back right here as he's working on the inside of Kyle Mays. That's making me wonder right now if Kostritza took tires, and he did in fact take tires under that pit stop. Rather surprised to see it. Mays moves to the high side, allows him to get that a lap back, put Sean Kostritza back on the lead lap. That's going to help him and benefit him coming to the end of the stage. White flag is in the air. One more lap to go here in the stage for Kyle Mays. And Steve, the top 5 right now did what the rest of the guys that pitted on the caution couldn't seem to do. The top 5 managed to stay out all the way from the caution.
Well, they're trying to make it work, and Kyle Mays right there. Here's Jason Bridges. He's just kind of coasting, coming out turn number 4 here at Michigan.
Yellow, yellow, yellow.
Kyle Mays picks up the stage win. Jason Bridges second, Travis Twitty, Hensley, Bourgeois, Lancaster, Fritz, Abbott, Hackney, and Silvers all getting stage points here tonight.
And none more than the 55 of Kyle Mays, and bringing home that all-important one playoff point to help him at the end of the season. So good run overall. Good strategy call by the top 5 guys from Mays to Le Bourgeois. What a well-done job by them to make that call to go down pit road and manage to save fuel to make it to the end of the stage.
Definitely. 85 laps here tonight. Well, that's not the trucks. They went green to the stage break without a caution. As you look at the 55, he's bringing them down really slowly, BG. You gotta wonder if it's just a puttering.
Well, I'd say he's definitely out of fuel. The 83 of Le Bourgeois called out asking for an EOL. I'd say he ran out of fuel as well. Several of these drivers struggling right now to bring it down pit road. The ones that stayed out held on, making it down pit road luckily, but man, what a close call they made.
Definitely. So that's going to allow Sean Kostritza to get some of that damage fixed on his machine. Here's Adam Lancaster. You see the 3, the 3. As you look, Blake Hensley, Sean Kostritza, he stayed out, BJ. Blake Hensley first off the pit road with Kyle Mays in second. Adam Lancaster right there at third. Scott Fritz comes off out pit road in fourth. Jason Bridges in fifth. Travis Twitty, but not positions they're in, but the positions as coming out. As Justin Diltz stays out, he already made an earlier pit stop, along with Sean Kostritza and Mike Bryson. Bryson looks like he has some right side damage over the front fender there in that 71 machine.
And Bryson sitting in third right now. The earliest pit of the top 5. Everybody else pitted during the stage break except for Diltz and Kostritza. Those guys on right around 10 laps on their tires and fuel. So they're not going to need to pit this time around, but they will have 10 laps less on fuel than the rest of the field. So as of right now, strategy call working in their favor. Diltz looks like he's going to choose the inside for this restart.
As you look at the weather right now, the track temperature is 93 degrees, 50% humidity. Air temperature is 80 degrees. Winds blowing 9 miles an hour. And not too sure what happened there. with the 21. I guess he's getting back up. Those two are getting back up to speed. Kind of confused there, BJ, as lights are out.
A lot of things going on with black flags and everything else. Justin Diltz is calling that he's going to bring it down pit road. They are going to delay the caution, try to fix some of the stuff going on. Drivers were moving around and causing other drivers to not be able to pit there. So a lot of stuff going on in the background right now. Drivers and race control discussing things over, trying to figure out the best course of action. It looks like they're going to delay the caution and allow these two guys to come down pit road.
So that's going to move the 31 Blake Hensley to the inside there as lights go off for the pace vehicle. So question, is Hensley now the person that restarts the race, or is it Sean Kostritza?
Huh.
Because technically, Sean Kostritza would be your leader, but since the pole sitter moved out, everybody in the inside lane moves up one. Just an idea, just a question. Maybe you can confirm that with race control. His lights are out here after just completed the stage. Go back to green on the second stage.
It does look like it is scoring Hensley in P1, so Hensley will be in control of the field if I'm understanding correctly.
Green flag is out, and Hensley gets a good start there. And so is Scott Fritz on the inside line. Sean Kostritz on the outside of him. As they go into turn number one, you see Lancaster looking to the inside, 3 wide momentarily. He gets a clear from Travis Twitty. Twitty into 29. Right there in the middle, the car looking a little loose there. Oh, the 34 up against that wall. No harm, no foul. But Sean Kostritza and Adam Lancaster side by side momentarily. Lancaster clears Kostritza. Kostritza ran the Truck Series last night, currently running second in the Xfinity Points Series, as Jim Alt is your points leader into one. And right now, Jim Alt is currently running in 11th position. Right there in a hornet's nest. Right ahead of him is Jason Harrison. Then you got Alex Penn and Brad Gibbart right behind him. Now Jason Bridges has gotten around Sean Kostritza. Look at that, goes to the inside. There's James Silvers in the 33 machine. Let's have a good runs going on tonight as right now. Your race leader is the 31 of Blake Hensley.
A good run going right now for Hensley, but is a live looking. Looks like he's having a good time now, Steve. Now he's up in front. But, you know, you talked about Sean Kostritza. He started on the outside, restarted on the outside pole for this stage. Falls back to 5th. Now under attack, falls into 6th. Now as James Silvers works his way around the outside. Kostritza's in a bit of a bind right now. You know, he's got that damage to the right rear of that number 46 machine. That's going to cause him quite a bit of troubles here at a heavy aerodynamic track. You see on board with Matthew Campbell as he's falling back from the main pack a little bit, trying to work his way up there. He just looks like he's having a good time right now, Steve.
Definitely is. He looks like it. Doesn't mean he is, but he looks like it. And there is Scott Fritz currently in second, trying to chase down Blake Hensley. Scott Fritz had a handful of wins last season in the Cup Series with the Bluegrass. So now we go back to the side-by-side. And he race leader slowly there, BJ.
Slowly but surely, he is working his way forward, being pushed right now by the number 17 of Adam Lancaster, trying to catch up to Blake Hensley, and ever so slightly, lap after lap this time around, Adam Lancaster through 1 and 2 is going to go up to the high side, take a peek to the outside of Scott Fritz, not able to quite make it work, but down the back straight away, the momentum's going to propel him forward.
Look at him. Adam Lancaster in the 17th machine. Blake Hensley might be a sitting duck here momentarily as these two start to catch him. Lancaster right there. He drove the 1 machine last season, now in the 17. It's 44 laps already. It's 45 out of 85. As we're going to go to break it up here. Coming to the start finish line, Blake Hensley is lap number 45 as the drivers are on now, lap number 46. Jim Alt has made his way back up to that 7th spot there. He's in front of Shock Stritz, who's currently running at 7th. Now look at Keith Hackney. He's mired back into 14th position. Him and Brad Gibhart. They're running side by side there. Actually, that was the 18 of Michael Robinson. There's Shaka Stritza. Stritza's followed back BJ. He might have
There's a good chance it would have benefited Kostritza if he'd have went ahead and took it pit side during that stage and got some repairs done to the right rear. Maybe topped off on fuel. He's in a lot of trouble right now. Really needs to lock in the draft, get back to somebody's back bumper, and hope somebody gets back to his, get that slipstream going across that number 46. That right rear damage really hurting him right now on his overall speed battle. Going on now for that 3rd spot. James Silvers takes a look to the inside of Scott Fritz, slides up, gets the position free and clear. Move Fritz to 4th.
Well, you know, we said Adam Lancaster was chasing down Blake Hensley. Blake Hensley looked like he kicked in another gear and he just took off. James Silver's in 3rd, still battling with Scott Fritz. And there's Jim Alt. Jim Alt in the 1 machine. Jason Harrison currently in 6th. In the 74, there's Jeremiah Hobbs in the 19. Jason Bridge is right there to 34. And Mo Abbott in 9th. There is Alex Penn and Travis Twitty. Twitty in the 29 machine. Haven't got to talk a lot about him the last couple of weeks, but having a really good run here with him tonight. Look at Nathan Ashcroft in the 6th machine. Look at the inside of Sean Stritza as he will take over that 15th spot. There's Bryce Hunter. Up 22 spots, currently running in 17. There's Robbie Richards right there in the 12 machine. Currently running 18th. Bradford Shutters in 19th position. Started on the pole. Running, actually now in 18th. In that number 3 machine.
Yeah, the caution flag and pit stops not working in his favor at all here tonight, causing him to fall back. But you know, you mentioned him for split second there. Bryce Hunter running in that 16th position. You know, Steve, he's been quiet but slowly working his way forward lap after lap. He's currently up 23 positions, staying out of trouble, just staying nice and calm, taking his time, working his way forward, but laps winding down right now. 35 laps to go when we hit the stripe right here. Bryce Hunter, if he wants to get up there and have a shot at the top 10, he's going to have to start moving.
Look at the fan cam. The camera in the stands is Has a totally different view. What you can see is right now battle going on with Lancaster and Silvers. Silvers was to the inside of Lancaster, could not make it happen. As they go into turn number 3. There they are, Jim Alt and James Silver side by side. Then you have Ed Harrison and Fritz side by side. That's for 5th and 6th on the board. And now Lancaster's caught up to back up to your race leader, BJ.
He stands a real good chance right now at getting himself in position to make the move on Blake Hensley. You can see the different line that Lancaster's running. He's entering higher, exiting lower than Hensley, and allows him to carry more momentum. Battle still going for that second spot. Jim Mott will take over the positions. James Silver's now starting to fall back. Jason Harrison has been quiet, but he's been there the whole time. Now he's in that 4th spot as he made his way around Scott Fritz.
These drivers, I mean, racing last night in Truck Series was really racing here. All throughout the night, several lead changes happened last night. As you see the 17 Lancaster and get up to the back bumper of Hensley, and then Hensley, just like I said earlier, looks like he hits another gear. BJ just shoots out and gets ahead of him. And now you look at Jim Alt now, battles with Lancaster, take over that second spot. Lancaster squeeze in there. And now you see Harrison looking to the inside. Harrison was the 3rd spot. They're getting tight there off the turn.
Yes, they are nearly making contact off turn 4. Both drivers able to stay calm, cool, and collected and sort it out. Harrison now into the 3rd spot. And you know, Steve, it looks as though Hensley, as you said, kicked it into another gear. But what I can't help but wonder is if he hasn't just taken it easy, maintained a good, solid pace while the drivers behind that were catching up to him, gave it all they had to catch up to him, burned their tires up, and are now falling off pace while Blake Hensley managed to save his tires, stay calm, cool, and collected, and continue on driving at a relatively same pace.
Well, if you look at it right now, Hensley out Anderson last pit 17 laps ago. So that means Sean Kostritza is going to be needing a pit stop pretty soon because he was 6 laps ahead of them.
Yeah, Kostritza really pushing his limits. Pitted last, I believe it was on lap 29. I'll take a quick look at it here. Kostritza down pit road right now, actually, in that number 46, currently scored in 29th. About to be a lap down as the leaders are coming. There he goes, pulling out of the pits. Leaders rolling through turns 3 and 4. He might get lucky pulling out of the pits, staying on the lead lap, but the leaders are coming. They've got the pack. They've got the draft battle for that lead. Hensley back to the outside now. Jim Ott side by side as they head down into turn number 1.
Well, and Kostritza goes a lap down as Ott, Hensley, and Harrison all get around him. Now, here comes Hensley back on the outside battling. And Harrison likes this because that allows him to close up. And you see Scott Fritz and Adam Lancaster with them two battling for the race lead. That's going to help them out as Jim Alt and Blake Hensley. Hensley right there. He could smell it. He could hear it. He could feel it.
Yeah,
look at him. You can tell he's talking to his pit crew, trying to figure out what he needs, when's the next stop, and where he needs to go.
You see him. Sorry. You see him looking down to the bottom right there momentarily. He's looking at his fuel and everything. It's getting close to time for everybody. And some of them are calling out their pit stops. He was taking a look at his fuel, taking a look at everything he needed. Now he's making adjustments to the cars. You saw him reach over to the keyboard. He's getting set up, getting ready. Scott Fritz calls out his pit stop. 74 of Jason Harrison calls out his pit stop. These guys are coming down this time. Leader Jim Ott comes down. Everybody heading down pit road now. He was getting the car set up. That did confirm the suspicion right there. He was getting the car set up. He's on pit road. These guys just got to do what they got to do. Get on pit road, get their stops, get back rolling.
We're going to ride on board with Blake Hensley as he makes his pit stop. So see the car go up there. Back down. All right, left side now up. There's Scott Fritz. So BJ, does Scott Fritz only take left sides?
Ooh, that is a good question. Scott Fritz only took fuel by the looks of it. 8-second pit stop. Usually when the drivers take 2 tires, they're right around that 10 or 11 second mark. 4 tires lands them right around the 14 to 15 second mark. But if they're 9 seconds or under, Steve, generally they're only taking fuel. So really surprised to see a call like that out of the driver of the 01.
Mo Abbott now to the race lead with Silvers, Robertson, Shutters, Pitt, and Mays, your top 6. Lancaster, Mashcroft, Hobbs, Bridges, Twitty, Carr, Richards, Gebhardt, and Ray all down pit road. Here comes Mo Abbott and James Silvers. There's Michael Robinson, Radburn, Shutters, Alex Penn all coming down. And Kyle Mays back to the race lead. As you look, there is Sean Kostritza. And there is Kyle Mays. So Kostritza back on the lead lap there.
Currently scored in 22nd. He's going to be looking to try to pick up as many spots as he can during this pit cycle.
With 26 to go, BJ, we know there's going to be another pit stop. These drivers cannot make it. They could try. And the Shutter's still down pit road.
I think at this point for drivers, their best bet, if they've got a set of tires in the bank, is going to be to pit at the earliest possible to be able to make it to the end of the race and be safe for at least 2 green-white checkers. So, I'm not real sure what to call. These guys are going to make. Mays calls out his pit stop in 55. He'll be coming down this time. But it's as close as it is. Do you split it in half? Do you run to the end of your fuel and make a short pit? Or do you pit early and pit with enough to make it to the end? Personally, I go for the early pit.
Well, that's something that, like, Sean Kostritz is going to have to do in that 46 machine. He's going to have to probably get a short pit, probably just get fuel. As Blake Hensley has gotten around the 0-1 of Scott Fritz. So Blake Hensley back to the race lead.
And once they pass Kyle Mays, who's currently down pit road, right there it is. They go by him now. Blake Hensley, Scott Fritz, Jeremiah Hobbs, who's been quiet tonight. Mo Abbott and Adam Lancaster. Mo Abbott, Jeremiah Hobbs, good job on pit road. Good calls to get up there towards the front. But fresh tires surrounding them. Blake Hensley took 4 tires. Adam Lancaster took 4 tires. And even James Harrison, he had an 18-second pit stop. That means he took time to repair the car. And he currently sits right there in that 8th position. So, all in all, he didn't lose a whole lot by taking an extra 3 seconds on pit road.
Harrison down 7th. There's Silvers following him as Slater has fallen back to 9th. There's Keith Hackney in 10th. Right behind him is Michael Robinson. Hillman there. Down. There's Bryce Hunter. He's going to sign up there in the 13th position. Travis Twitty up to 14th, up 22 spots in a 29 machine. Robbie Richards, Stritt's teammate in the top 15 tonight. Having a good run for him. Meanwhile, Blake Hensley way out front because there's Adam Lancaster.
Lancaster also on fresh tires. He's on the prowl trying to move forward and do everything he can to catch up to Blake Hensley. 22 laps remaining here in the race. One more pit stop to go for these guys. 83 of Chris LaBourgeois. You see him dive down to get out of the way of the leaders. He's heading down pit road this time. 73 going down pit road. I believe the 9 caught out his pit stop. Several drivers coming down on the early pit strategy. It looks like gonna try to make it work, gonna try to make it to the end.
Now, if I'm Sean Kostritza, I would be coming down probably the next couple of laps. But you know your leaders have to. Just take a short pit with just some fuel. As Blake Hensley is your race leader into 31 as we're fixing to go to our crank it up can for a lap. As they go back down the back straightaway. Blake Hensley looking pretty good with 20 laps to go because there is second place Adam Lancaster. And there's Jason Arison, who's in third. I mean, there's a large gap between first to second to third. There's James Silvers, though. He's trying to get a top 3 tonight.
Yes, he is. The gap from Hensley to Lancaster just almost 2.5 seconds, right about 2.3, 2.4 seconds. And then from Lancaster to Arison is just over 3 seconds. So huge gap between those drivers. But the gap is slowly closing from the 31 to the 17. More drivers calling out their pit stop. Oh, on the right-hand side of the screen, you saw drivers having to pull some evasive maneuvers down the back straightaway to avoid contact. 43 all the way down against the line on entry. These guys all moving around. You see several different lines being utilized down through 3 and 4. Some of them right against the bottom. Some of them all the way up against the wall. Everybody fighting for everything they possibly get. You see Radburn Shutters right there in the mix. He's in 14th after qualifying on the pole. Not the night that he was looking for in that number 3.
Definitely not the night. That is for sure. On the left-hand side of the screen, that is your race leader, Blake Hensley. He's up 11 spots at the start of the race. Adam Lancaster started second. Curly Ruddy gets second. And Jason Arison up 12 spots in the 74 machine. Then you got James Silvers, who's up 6. And then you got Scott Fritz, who's currently running in 5th, up 11 spots, with Jeremiah Hobbs in 6th, up 14 spots. There's Mo Abbott in the top 7. And Alex Penn up 9 spots in the 30 machine. Currently running at 8th. And Jason Bridges up 24 spots in that 34 machine, currently running at 9th, with Robert Malikium right there to 22. He's under attack by Nathan Mashcroft. Mashcroft looks to the inside of him. He's going to try to clear him. Cannot. Now he does, and he moves right in front of him. That's Nathan Mashcroft taking over that 10th spot. Alex Carr to 28 right there. In 12th, there's Radburn Shutters in the 3. He was your pole sitter tonight. As Greg Carr in the 25 machine. There's Keith Hackney battling with, looks like the 9 of Bryce Hunter. But Blake Hensley is your race leader. And what about Travis Twitty? Up 19 spots. Currently in that 17th position. Brad Gebhardt right behind him in the 44, BJ. Up 14.
And those guys doing a great job. Staying pretty quiet tonight, but doing what they need to do. Picking off positions. Doing a good job moving forward. You know they want to get more. The 6th of Nathan Mashcroft calls out his pit stop. 44 of
Brad Gebhardt.
Having a brain fart here. Brad Gebhardt calls out his pit stop. Several drivers coming down, including Scott Fritz, Mo Abbott, Michael Robinson, Jason Bridges, Travis Twitty, all those guys coming down pit road. Our top 5 is going to shuffle out to be Blake Hensley, Adam Lancaster, Jason Arison, James Silvers, and Alex Penn. Alex Penn, another driver who's been pretty quiet here tonight, just slowly working his way up. He's currently up 12 positions. We take a look on board with Scott Fritz as he pulls off pit road.
Scott Fritz looking really calm there. See him talking to his pit crew. Here's Blake Hensley. He's definitely talking to his pit crew. He's trying to decide what to do. See him scratching his head there. I don't think it's because of fleas. It's probably thinking, Lord, what do I need to do to stay out in front?
Definitely got to be thinking strategy call here. Strategy. It's the only thing that's going to keep him up front. He has got his lead grown to 3.5 seconds. That's not enough to hit pit road and get right back out. He's got to figure something out. He's got to make the call. He's got to make the right call to be able to stay in the race lead. You know he's not going to be able to make it on fuel. There's a look with Matthew Campbell. He rides right now in that 29th spot.
29th. He's maybe not having the night he was wanting, but he's going to make the best out of it, that's for sure. As he stays out.
Matthew Campbell seems like he's really been just having a good time tonight, doesn't it? Doesn't seem like he's feeling a lot of pressure to perform well and move forward, but he's every time we've took a live look and he's looked really happy on the screen. So kudos to Mike Campbell on having a good attitude towards the night, even though he's mired back towards the back of the field.
Well, there's the pit strategies on the board there. See, last time that Hensley pitted was 16 laps ago. Lancaster 15, Harrison Ed 16 laps ago. We got 12 laps to go, so we know they're going to have to make another pit stop. As Jeremiah Hobbs is the first car, a lap down in 19 as he's getting around to 33 of James Silvers, who's currently running in that 4th position, BJ.
Yeah, Silvers, one of the drivers, going to have to make another pit stop, but these guys working their way through the middle of the pack. Ooh, nearly having contact right there. That's the 92 and the 48. Mo Abbott and Jordan Slater nearly had contact right there. That could have gotten bad fast, but good job by those guys to keep it rolling. They're on 11 laps to go, lap number 75. Keith Hackney's going to bring it down pit road for his final pit stop of the night.
Blake Hensley continues to stay out. You got to be wondering what he's thinking. Is he trying to bank on a caution coming out, BJ?
See, I don't know, and I don't know that a caution coming out is really going to work in his favor. There's so many drivers that have already made their last pit stop. If a caution comes out and he takes a pit stop for the caution, that might work against him, as he'll end up mired behind all those drivers. But on the other hand, if he saved a set of tires and the caution comes out right now, he wouldn't be mired back too far, just outside the top 10 on fresh tires. He might be able to make it work. But he's in a dangerous position right now. Really got to figure something out in that number 31.
Looks like maybe Scott Fritz having a little bit of connection issues. Yep, there is Mo Abbott, Scott Fritz right ahead of him. There's Jeremiah Hobbs trying to get a lap back the hard way as he's directly behind the 31. Only caution coming out tonight has been on lap number 10 for Bobby Mays, stopping on the track, having some problems. 9 laps to go for Blake Hensley.
These guys kept an extremely clean race, a little rough on the initial start, causing damages to several cars, but these guys really doing a fantastic job staying clean, continuing on throughout the night. Blake Hensley's lead has grown to just over 4 seconds. He's starting to reach that safe zone where he could hit pit road, get a quick splash of fuel, and get back out, but he's got to keep going. He's got to grow up more if he's going to do it and manage to maintain the race lead. But at the same time, how much further can he actually go? And that's going to be the answer right there. Coming down pit road is the 31 race leader, Blake Hensley.
Adam Lancaster will now resume the lead with James Silvers as second. There's Alex Penn. Let's look at Blake Hensley as he comes down pit road with 7 laps to go. Pretty good pit stop right there. He fires back off. There's Jim Alt. Where is the 19?
33 of James Silvers calls out his pit stop. 19 of Jeremiah Hobbs rides in 11th position right now. Falls back to 12th. There you see Sean Kostritz on screen. He tried to work his way around. There you see Jeremiah Hobbs, Mo Abbott side by side through turns 1 and 2. Mo Abbott with the speed off the corner. Hobbs had to let off to stay out of the wall. 30 of Alex Penn calls out his pit stop. Once all these pit cycles are done, the next driver in line is going to be the 55 of Kyle Mays. Malikian calls out his pit stop in the 22. I believe that was.
Well, with these pit stops happening, guess what? That allows Blake Hensley now in the 4 spot. Lancaster, Silvers, Harrison, Mo Abbott, Jeremiah Hobbs, Fritz right there. So it looks like Blake Hensley played it smart. It is going to play out to his favor with 6 laps to go. Alex Penn, your race leader, coming down pit road along with Radbird Shutters. There is Kyle Mays in the 55 machine.
He will be the race leader coming past the pit road here. He last pitted on lap 61, Steve, and the way that we've seen Kyle Mays stretch his fuel out, he stands in really good chance. Oh, caution!
Let's see what happens to the 69.
Now this changes everything. Pulls all the way down to the inside wall. He's trying to avoid the caution coming out. But this is one of those tracks that's kind of finicky about it. Keith Hackney does bring out the caution coming to a stop there. This track's a little touchy sometimes when it comes to cautions with car stop on the back straightaway. I learned that one the hard way.
Well, 5 laps to go. Your race leader, Kyle Mays, in that 55. Now, if anybody saved a set of tires, Blake Hensley.
Now is the time.
Now's the time, and Blake Hensley might be the sitting duck. I mean, you never know.
Well, one thing I can say for sure is Blake Hensley took fuel only. Kyle Mays, the current race leader, on his last pit stop on lap 61, took tires and fuel. So he's got the freshest tires right now. Looks like in the top 5, Mo Abbott, Jeremiah Hobbs. Both of those guys currently on fresh tires, so they stand a really good chance to come forward here as they ride right now on 6th and 7th. Or 6th and 8th, rather. Scott Fritz in 9th. He's on fresh tires. It's going to be interesting for sure. Blake Hensley been fast all night long. Adam Lancaster, Jason Harrison been fast all night long. Alex Penn quietly made his way inside the top 5. All of these guys, old tires, going to have to try to figure something out. Going to have to try to move forward. Adam Lancaster down pit road. I say he's got fresh tires in the bank. That's going to mire him back quite a ways, and he's going to have to really push to get forward.
I think Kyle Mays is banking on making it.
Yeah, we've seen him do some crazy stuff, stretching his fuel out in that number 55 already in stage number 1. Looked like he just barely made it to the end of the stage. Now he's in a bit of a predicament. He doesn't have the room between him and second place to really take it easy and relax and try to save fuel to the end of the race. It will be a green-white checkered when we come back. Green. Not sure yet whether it'll be a natural green-white checkered or if we'll be in overtime. But Steve, strategy calls all over the board right now. Fuel save mode. So many things going on right now. So many factors. This is still anyone's game inside the top 10.
Definitely it is. I mean, Hensley's been fast. He stays out. No one really pitted unless you're Robbie Richards, Bryce Hunter.
Adam Lancaster did go down.
Yeah, Adam Lancaster in the 17. He will roll off 24th when we go back to green. Really shocked Sean Kostritz didn't go back down pit road, maybe get some more damage fixed, or maybe used up all a set of tires tonight.
It's so hard to tell right now with the way the strategy calls have literally just been all over the board. No idea what some of these guys are thinking out here right now. It's just, I'd love to have a more than just alive looking to see them sitting there turning the wheel, but I'd love to see the wheels turning into mine to see just what some of these guys are thinking.
Oh, yeah. Lights go out. Green, white, checker. And if the Truck Series, so last night, the point standings after last night, Peyton Hubbard is your points leader. He took over the points lead from Healy. I'm telling you, glasses to read this. Cody Anderson in third, Bobby Hall Jr. in fourth, and Roddy Shirk Jr., your top five in the truck points.
XFINITY points for sure going to be shook up tonight. You see that big drop back by the 55? That was a clutch to try to save on fuel. He's pulling up, clutching it, shutting the car down, doing everything he can to save on fuel.
Well, you know the inside's hard to pass, so I'm kind of shocked he's not going to restart an outside. But I'm sure he's just trying to hope and pray he gets something out of it on this start. Blake Hensley in second for the restart. Pace car looking to make that left-hand turn. The field's in the hands of Kyle Mays as they come to the Geico restart zone. Green flag is back in the air. We're racing. Good start for Kyle Mays. He needs to get up there. Look at the 74 of Arison to the inside of Blake Hensley. Side by side. Could we have a different race winner 3 weeks in a row? Let's see here. Coming out of turn number 2. Arison takes that second spot. Down the back straightaway. 2 laps to go. Now look at Mo Abbott looking to the inside of Blake Hensley.
And the last winding down battle for the lead through 3 and 4. Arison nearly making contact to Mays. Holds on Mays loose off the corner. Just 1 lap remaining. White flag in here. 4-car looking to be 5-car battle for the race leaders. Jeremiah Hobbs wants to stick his hat in the mix.
Oh, right there to 74 Arison. He shut the door to 31. Kyle Mays still on the outside. He's trying to hold on to second, but here comes Mo Abbott out turn number 2 for the final time. Down the back straightaway, Mo Abbott. He's going to have to hold back the 55 and the 31. Now look at Jeremiah Hobbs. 3 wide for third momentarily as they come out of the final turn down the front straightaway. Who is it going to be picking up the win? Jason Arison picks up the win with Mo Abbott in second and Blake Hensley with a top 3 tonight. Wow, what a race.
Man, what a run to the finish. That was anyone's game, man. Fresh tires prevailing for Mo Abbott to move forward into the... Do what?
I said, look at that. The face of him just looks disappointed. He knew he had a car.
He had the car strategy call just not quite working in his favor. Fresh tires getting in the middle of the mix. Jeremiah Hobbs, Mo Abbott, both those guys getting in the mix with fresh tires. James Arison on old tires managed to come home with a win. You know Hensley, he wanted more out of that.
Definitely. As Arison makes some victory donuts there. As we take a look at your official race rundown. Jason Arison picks up the win. Mo Abbott in second. Blake Hensley in third. Jeremiah Hobbs in fourth. Fifth will be Jason Bridges. Sixth is Michael Robinson. Seventh will be Jason Slater. Eighth will be Scott Fritz. Ninth is James Silvers. Helman Jory there in 10th. Michael Mays in 11th. Robert Malikium in 12th. Greg Carr in 13th. 14th is Travis Twitty. 15th is Brad Giphart. 16th is Alan Duranco. 17th, Ryan Chapman. 18th will be Sean Kostritza. 19th would be Radbird Shutters of Nathan Bashcroft in 20th. 21st would be Justin Ray. Alex Penn 22nd. Bryce Hunter in 23rd. Robbie Richards in 24th. Alex Carr in 26th. Our tweet.
It's gonna be, and it's gonna be Adam Lancaster, Jim Mott, Brian Terry, Matt Campbell, Chris LeBourgeois, your top 30, Mike Bryson, Keith Hackney, Brandon Broadfoot, Tyler Evans, Dylan Merriam, Justin Diltz, Bobby Mays, Tony Iverson, and Brandon. Oh no, who is 39th? And Todd Mays, rounding out your 39 car field.
Well, we'll be right back to these commercials with interviews with your top 3. All right, caught up with your race winner, Jason Harrison. Congratulations on the win.
Hey, man, thanks a lot.
I mean, it came down to the very end. You got around, your first one around Mays there, and then Hensley just had nowhere to go after you made that pass.
Yeah, it was kind of crazy there at the end. I just thought I was getting around out in the top 3, and then, we got that restart, and I was really close on the fuel right there, so glad to have pulled it off.
Definitely. So walk us through your night.
It's pretty eventful, kind of qualified mid-pack. That's kind of been my struggle this season so far, and then just was able to methodically work my way up with my teammate Jim Ott and, pull some strategy there and trying to, with the tires, we only had 3 sets of tires throughout the whole race, so you had to be easy on them.
Definitely. Well, you're made it to playoffs now. You clinched your way in there.
Well, that's awesome.
So long as you make how many races is it, BJ?
I think it was 70% of the season, I think is what they said. I'm not real sure.
But, as long as you race that much, you're in the playoffs in the 74 machine. So that's a good start to your season, that's for sure, as we're only 3 races in. Jason, go ahead and thank your fine sponsors.
Yeah, I'd like to thank my wife. She's the biggest sponsor of this whole deal here. And I'd like to thank you guys in the booth for calling the race, and Jason there with the league and putting it on for us to come out and do what we do. And it just so far, it's young in the season and I'm having a blast. Kind of a slow start, but it's nice to click off a win here.
Definitely. That is Jason picking up the win here tonight at Michigan. All right, coming home in second. Congratulations, Mo, in your second place finish tonight.
Thank you, guys. Appreciate it.
Well, you were there at the end where it counted to get that podium finish.
Yeah, it worked out. We were trying a different strategy than a few of the other guys. I think it just all came down to tires, and we had some of the newest set of tires there towards the end. Got that late race caution, and wish there was 1 or 2 more laps. We could have tried to go for that late lead in the win, but we'll take a second any day.
All right, go ahead and thank those fine sponsors making it all possible for you.
I just want to thank my team, man. Really, Scott Fritz, my buddy there in the 01 car, he had some connection issues, messed them up there late. Should have been a good top 3 finish for both of us there tonight. We were working together on strategy really well, and got me there at the end. But we'll try to do it again tomorrow night. I'd like to thank Jason and the league and you guys for putting on a good show every week.
All right, that's Bo Abbott coming home in second.
All right, thanks, guys.
Welcome. All right, Blake, you led a lot of laps here tonight. Just couldn't get the job done at the end.
Yeah, and I'll tell you, that one hurts really bad.
We couldn't see it in your face. I had to interrupt BJ. The look on your face coming across the checker just said it all.
Yeah, that's defeat right there. But just to be able to survive and make it back, that matters to me more than anything.
Well, definitely, you kind of redeemed yourself from past 2 weeks.
Yeah, we had a really good run at Pocono with that P3 finish, and last week was last week. I've just erased that from my memory. But yeah, it felt really good to get here and run some good green flag laps, and with all the guys, great competition all the way around. don't really know what I could have done different in that one. Hoped it went green. I knew from after the stage we were going to be a little bit short, and I didn't really see much of a way to be able to keep up any kind of pace and save. So I just went all out, tried to save what I could, and it looked like it was going to work out. We were catching the guys ahead of us there right before that caution fell. It really sucks. That one stings. But overall good race. I'll take a P3. It's good points day and good finish to fight on for the championship.
Definitely. Go ahead and thank those fine sponsors making it all possible for you.
Yeah, absolutely. W Energy, Function Junction Smoke Shop, Mountain View Detailing, Aerial Professionals of Western North Carolina, Sorrell's Marathon Garage, Team Goon Squad, Brett Keith at VK Paints, Rocky Boyd, Will Weber, and big thanks to the guys bringing me on over at Weaponized again. Shout out to Michael Falk for the awesome paint scheme of this car. This thing does look good. I'm glad y'all put the camera on this thing a lot because it looks too good to not be showing off. Check him out at MF Racing Designs. And of course, a huge shout out to my beautiful fiance at home. I think she was able to get to tune in and watch tonight, so I hope she was satisfied with the performance on the screen there. So big thanks to her as well. Thanks to y'all for an awesome broadcast, Jason and all the Bluegrass iRacing series for an awesome league. It's really an honor to be a part of such an amazing league like this.
Well, thank you. All right. Blake Hensley coming home in third tonight. Well, BJ, that's going to conclude our broadcast. There we go. Conclude our broadcast. We want to thank the race and the sponsors for the league. Well, last night, Next Level Racing sponsored Hard Charger. Last night in Truck Series. They're still up there. Elevated Outdoors, JJ Gaming, Kinder Performance, Buck Kicker, and Huffman Designs. Well, BJ, we're going to see everybody tomorrow night, same time, same place, but with the Cup Series. Until then, we're going to sign off, say good night, and God bless.